There.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Nakul Kumar. I am from India.
Cool. Where in India are you from?
Yeah, in a state named Jharkhand.
Oh, cool, cool. And what's the language spoken there? Hindi. Cool, cool. So
You
that's your
know?
mother tongue?
Yes, Hindi is mother.
Nice.
And what?
Brilliant. Sorry?
What about you?
What about me? Oh, my name is Mairead and I'm from Ireland. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And
So, are you a student or do you have a job?
yeah, I have a job as well as I a student.
Oh,
I am a student.
you have a job and you're a student too. Both.
Yes.
Cool. What do you study?
Yeah, I study in something about yoga.
Oh, nice, nice. I love yoga. I've only started practicing yoga. It's so relaxing.
Yes, yoga is very important for our daily
Mm-hmm.
life
Yep.
and beginning. Yeah,
And your daily health. Yes, definitely. And so I and what is your job too?
yeah. And now, currently, my job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, currently I work on a as a chemist in district level.
Oh, you work
Yes.
where? You
Yeah,
work where? Sorry.
yes. I
Okay, cool.
work as I test the
Okay.
quality of water.
Oh, I see, I see. That's an important job.
Yes,
And what time is it in India at the minute?
and now 1:30.
One 1:30. Okay, cool. It's the afternoon then.
Yes, afternoon.
I see.
And yours?
It's currently 11 in the morning with me, so it's not that different. um
Two
anyway,
hour
it's
difference.
sorry?
Yeah, I say 2 hours difference.
Yeah, about 2 hours
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay. It says that
What
you would
about
like to. Sorry, I interrupted you. What did you say?
what about weather? Your side?
Um, the weather here today is it's hot, but it's overcast, if you know what I mean. It's it's hot, but it's very cloudy and a bit grey. I think it might rain later, right? Because the clouds look quite but it's hot, you know. The last few days here it's been very sunny. And what's the weather like with you?
Yeah, now weather is clear, but night very high rain is.
I see.
mm,
Okay, it's pretty hot, but it's summertime. Okay. Um okay, it says that you'd like to talk about the job interviews, is that right?
Yes,
Cool. Do you want to get started?
yeah,
Brilliant. Okay, so our little warm up. Okay. Can you describe your last job interview to me?
yeah. When describe your last in is related to question.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry. I didn't hear you.
I say my previous interview.
Yes, your previous interview, or even any job interview you've ever had. Just try and tell me who you were interviewing for, what was hard about the interview, and how did it go in general.
Yeah, when I last interview, there some
Yes?
question asked by interviewer and to give my best to
Mm-hmm.
answer
Yes, of
and
course.
I, and all answer I answered and I got selected.
Oh, good. You must have done well then. Okay. And what was the hardest part about the job interview, in your opinion?
Yeah, must for when before gone interview, I very nervous feel.
Yes, of course. It's nerve-wracking. Interviewing is
Yes,
nerve-wracking. It's and sometimes if it's for an important job, it's really nerve-wracking, you know.
yes,
Okay, so here are some vocabulary that are quite relevant to job interviews. Is there any words here that you don't fully understand?
yeah,
Do you understand everything? All of these words?
yes. Interview. Yeah,
Yeah.
interviews related to interact candidate and yeah, someone to ask answer and give question and answer.
Yes, yes, of course. A candidate is the person that's doing the interview, is in you. It's the person that's trying to get the job. So a candidate goes to an interview, and the person that asks you the questions is called an interviewer. So you have the interviewer asking the candidate questions. Okay. Yeah, but they're useful words. To follow up, that's quite a useful expression in English. To add to something that you've just done by something else. Um, it just means to follow up on something means to just add to something like, okay, I'm going to follow up on that by asking you a few questions, or I'm going to follow up on this interview with a phone call. Do you get it? It just means to add something to something that you've already done. Do you get it?
Yes, yes,
Okay, cool. Brilliant. Okay. Okay. I wouldn't recommend you remember this one because personally, I've never heard this idiom to wear many hats, so forget about that one. Do you understand what this means? The career ladder.
yeah. Ladder, ladder. What is the
Mm-hmm.
pronouns? Ladder,
You know what ladder is?
ladder.
Yeah. Do you know what ladder means?
Yeah, is ladders means particular profession.
Um, okay. So the career ladder, this is an expression, but the word ladder, it is the thing that you climb up. You know, if you're climbing, for example, if you're trying to fix a roof on somebody's house, you have to climb up and you use
Yeah,
a ladder, you know. So that's what a ladder is. So the expression the career ladder means climbing up from a low profession to a higher profession. So it's like you're climbing up an imaginary ladder, if you know what I mean.
yeah, Yeah,
It's like going from a low job to a high job, basically. So that's what we would describe as climbing the career ladder.
yeah,
To get your foot in the door, yeah, I don't know. To succeed with the first step, I just need to get my foot in the door with an interview. Again, I think this idiom's not very common, but you can remember it if you want. So, um, okay, first impressions. Like it says, first impressions are important when interviewing for a position. Whether face to face or online, always try to make a good impression. Okay. Do you still hear me?
yeah. I
Okay, cool. I'm just checking because I your picture went away for a second. Anyway, so how do you I'm going to ask you, how do you ensure you make a good first impression in an interview, in your opinion?
yeah. My opinion is a last impression is called like
Uh-huh.
first of all things to try best for first. First is very important part role any job, any kind of information to interact other to select.
Exactly.
Yes, select to higher higher first
Yes,
interacting first lesson.
definitely. Yeah, yeah, like you said, first impressions are lasting impressions. Um, and what kind of things do you think a candidate should do to give a good first impression to the employer, for example? What kind of things should you do to give a good first impression?
Yeah, first impressions means all expressed to very politely view and
Yes,
describe to your first of all name related qualification and what's the experience that's to say politely and very good expression to say first.
yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. It's like you said, you must be polite, have
Yes,
good manners, say please and thank you and greet the employer. Look, like it says here, look people in the eye and smile, like make eye contact maybe.
yes,
Have a
eye
firm
contact is very important.
It
Yeah,
is, it is. It makes you look confident. And
yes,
give a handshake too
yeah,
is a good
handsome
one.
and greeting.
Greeting, yes.
Nowadays pandemic so handshake is not allowed.
Oh, it's not allowed?
Yeah, handshake means now a pandemic situation.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, yeah. Yeah, because of the pandemic, we can't share too much physical contact. So I think for job interviews, you have to just probably just give them a wave or give them a
So
wave
according to
or smile.
yeah, this man traditional first say very common thing in India.
Yes.
Greeting.
How this is a greeting in India. Oh, yeah, it's really nice actually. I like this kind of greeting because I think it's very respectful, you know.
Yeah.
Um and so do you think would you do this kind of greeting in a job interview too?
How many job interview have you been to?
You can answer.
Uh, yeah, many
How many
inter
have you been to?
yeah, many interview I have
You've lost count. It's
Yeah.
because it's been so many.
Yes.